What's going on, everyone? Thirsty Dog here, and some more Amonkhet goodies to share with you this time. I want to show off the Planeswalker decks. Of course, there are just two of them, and something they've been doing a bit more recently is these types of decks where there's a different Planeswalker that you can actually play in Standard if you want. They're Standard legal, but since they are along the lines of a more intro deck style, Planeswalkers are usually not worth playing. Although the one from Kaladesh, Tezzeret, actually, interestingly enough, has a pretty powerful effect where you get to drain life, I believe is what it was. Deal damage based on artifacts you control. So let's start off by going over the Liliana deck. Take a look at Liliana real quick. So Liliana Death Wielder is the Planeswalker that is a promo, or, premium foil version of her. I don't think there actually is a non-foil version, but she is a Planeswalker, of course, for 5 and 2 black, so she's 7. That's one of the reasons why they're not really playable, and their effects are typically a bit weaker, but she does come out with 5 loyalty counters, and her +2 ability is to put a -1/-1 counter on up to 1 target creature. And then for -3, you can destroy a target creature with a -1/-1 counter on it. And then for an ultimate of -10, which would take quite a while to get to, especially if you're not, especially if you're using her -3 ability. But for -10, you get to return all creature cards from your graveyard to the battlefield. So possibly mill and obviously some -1/-1 counter synergy is going to be in this deck. They come with these relatively nice deck boxes, I guess you can call them, although they're paper, so they will fall apart over an extended period of time of using them. Comes with just some reference and overview of the deck. A couple bonus packs. I'm going to put those off to the side for now. It looks like she is green-black. Let's see if we can easily open this up. That's not too bad. So I don't remember the deck list. I haven't looked over it. I glanced over it in the first release, but not in depth. So these are all pretty new to me. Of course, some of these cards are some you can pull from Amonkhet itself, like Channeler Initiate, the Mana Dork with -1/-1 counters, Oracle's Vault. This is not part of the set normally. Liliana's Influence, a 4 and 2 black sorcery. Put a -1/-1 counter on each creature you don't control. You may search your library and or graveyard for a card named Liliana Death Wielder, so Planeswalker. Reveal it and put it into your hand. If you search your library this way, shuffle it. So a very expensive tutor that also puts -1/-1 counters on basically all your opponent's creatures. It's the second copy of it. Festering Mummy. So here we go, some -1 counter synergy. A Dune Beetle, basically a blocker. Tattered Mummy. To drain your life. A play set of those. Baleful Ammit. Really good card, limited. Desiccated Naga. So this is again another card that's only in the Planeswalker deck. As you can see, it has an activated ability where you can pay 3 and a black to drain your opponent 2 life and gain 2 life. But you can only do it if you control Liliana. 3 of those. Some Grave Diggers. Crocodile of the Crossing. Little Hasty Croc. Giant Spiders. Decimator Beetle. Works well with Liliana. And then we have some lands, some Foul Orchards. Play a set of those. Grasping Dunes. And a bunch of swamps and forests. Get through those. I don't understand the logic behind the ordering of these cards, but it is what it is. Trial of Ambition. It's an edict effect to help protect the board. Edifice of Authority. Great card. Luxor River Shrine. Not too sure why that's in here, but whatever. Cartouche of Ambition. Pretty good cartouche. A Splendid Agony. Of course, pretty decent and limited as well. Cartouche of Strength. Again, one of the better cartouches. And a Gift of Paradise, I guess, to help you ramp to your really expensive cards you got in the deck. So, there we have it. That is the Liliana deck. Kind of dig it. I like playing green, black, and limited, so wouldn't mind trying that out against a friend. Based off of the Gideon Planeswalker, I'm guessing I'm going to like this deck a bit better. Or at least I like Gideon a little bit better. Got the same sort of stuff. Let's check out Gideon real quick. So Gideon Martial Paragon. Costs you 5 instead of 7. That Liliana costs 4 and a white. He comes out with 5 loyalty counters. Has a +2 ability of untapping all your creatures you control. Those creatures get +1/+1 to end a turn. So you could either pump to really not take advantage of the untap ability, but pump to attack with, or give him a pseudo vigilance with really no effective pump. So either or is okay. 0 ability is until end of turn. He becomes a 5/5 human soldier creature with indestructible. Same stuff as usual with Gideon. And for -10, you can give your creatures +2/+2 to end of turn. And also tap all creatures your opponents control. So just swing in off a strike. But again, it costs -10 to activate that. Here is the deck box. Open this up. Again, same stuff like I said a little bit ago. Got some Fawn. Put this on the ground real quick. A couple of packs as well. Put this off to the side until the end. Let's crack open the Gideon deck. If I can grab the ribbon. Having a hard time with this one. There we go. Alright, so same idea here. We're going to go through. Let's get an idea of how the deck plays out. If it has its favor. So it looks like we have a red-white, like a Boros, this white weenie / aggressive humans and whatnot. A Glory Bound Initiate. Really good card. One of the better Exert cards. Gideon's Resolve. So this is a Gideon tutor. You get to search out the Gideon Martial Paragon, and it also gives you +1/+1 to all your creatures. So I'm guessing that one's a little bit better, especially because it costs a bit less. Gust Walker. Get to exert, pump it a little bit and the fly. 3 of those. Nephcrop Entangler. Make it a 3/3 by exerting. Pathmaker Initiate lets you swing by with a 2 power or less creature. Honorcrop Captain. Pumps all the creatures with 1 power and attacks. Companion of the Trials. Doing tap stuff. Only if you control Gideon, so this one's only in this deck, but standard playable if you should so choose. Devoted Cropmate. Put something back on the battlefield from a graveyard. Graceful Cat. Not very great since you have to attack for it to become a 3/3 for 3. On-crop Crasher. Really good because you can make stuff unblockable, or make a creature unable to block, that is. Sparring Mummy. Tap something when it comes in the battlefield. Top Crop Elites. Pumps all your creatures when it attacks if you exert. Pack, 3/4 for 4. And 4 Stone Quarries, I'm assuming. Yep. And a bunch of plains and mountains. We have ourselves a Cartouche of Zeal. 2 of those. Impeccable Timing. Trial of Zeal. Electrify for some removal. And that's it. So I actually have been playing a red-white humans deck that is similar to this. Obviously quite a bit better because the creature selection is a bit better, on way less limited feeling, but overall I'm guessing this deck can be pretty brutal given it is an intro style deck. So still go with my gut feeling of I'd rather play the Gideon Planeswalker deck. But I like them both, so let me know what you guys think. And of course we have 4 packs, so let's finish it off. Test our luck. I'm assuming people that this is marketed for normally will, for fun, when they're playing their friends, you know, open some of these and upgrade the deck a little bit. Let's go to the uncommons and start off with a Time to Reflect, a Trial of Knowledge, a Grasping Dunes, and a Dispossess for the rare, which is a sorcery for 2 and a black. Decent sideboard card against a meta that would include a lot of artifacts that are major threats. You get to choose an artifact card name and search your target opponent's graveyard, hand, and library for any number of those cards and exile them. Mountain and a Hippo. Alright, on the pack 2. Essence Scatter. Got ourselves a True Heart Duelist, a Watchful Naga, Blood Rage Brawler, and the rare is another Dispossess. That's unfortunate. To the next pack, and next set of uncommons starts off with a Bantus and Monuments. Wouldn't be bad for the Liliana deck. Lay Bare the Heart. Disruption. Sheffet Monitor. And the rare is a Glory Bound Initiate, so another fit for the Gideon deck. Forest and Avon Wind Guide token for embalming. Alright, last pack. Starts off with a Protection of the Heckma. Open into Wonder. Stir the Sands. And a Harsh Mentor. So this is a potentially playable in sideboard burn type creature. Because for 1 in red, you get 2/2 Human Cleric, but more importantly, whenever an opponent activates an ability of artifact, creature, or land on the battlefield, if it isn't a mana ability, Harsh Mentor does 2 damage to that player. So I'm going to go ahead and guess the Harsh Mentor is definitely the most valuable pull of them, but I don't know if actually that picked up steam. because a lot of people were naysaying the actual playability in burn, because that worth if it's pulling in a 2-cost creature to do that effect. But I'm guessing a lot of decks that are greedy on mana base will make it worth it. Fetch lands, for example. There you have it, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed the little quick overview of what the decks were. And let me know what you guys think of which ones you would play if you were to play them. I do intend to, hopefully, I have at least one person I know that may want to get into Magic a bit more, since they haven't been into Magic for years now, but these kind of decks are good for that. And the pulls were not great, but it is what it is, you know. It's Magic for us. So until next one, guys, I'll catch you later.